Why, everybody, it's Sunday night. That means Chibi's here.
Hi.
But wait, there's more. Hello, Beck.
Hi.
So, after our adventures in Hoenn, I had this brilliant idea, being an edutainment guy. I wanted to see how well I could adapt it into a game show type thing, and to do it, I needed contestants. So, Beck is on holiday from uni, which gave them time to be with us.
Yes.
And now we are going to embark on a little bit of a reading journey in the form of Super Solver's Midnight Rescue. The Master of Mischief, Morty Maxwell, wants to make Shady Glen School disappear by midnight. His plan is to use disappearing paint. He has turned 5 paintbrushes into robots, and they are now his helpers. To avoid being caught, the Master of Mischief is hiding in one of his robots. If you can save the school if you figure out which robot is really the Master of Mischief before midnight. Good luck.
I think we have done this one before.
We have, but not in this concept.
Okay. I'm just like, wait,
Well,
this sounds really, really familiar.
It'll be the game, but this time it's a multiplayer thing that'll actually have some interaction to go with it. What should we name this?
Beefsteak.
What is it?
Beefsteak.
Beefsteak?
Yeah.
I don't think the whole thing will fit.
Beefsteak. Beefsteak.
Beefsteak. All right. Well, that's our running name.
Are you
Okay.
able to do game sound by drop it by a bit?
All right. Let's do from 30 down to 15. No, I'll change it again the next time we pause if it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how this works now. Alright, so once we get to a pause point, I'll explain everything that has gone on here. Oop. And we will be able to check the notes in just a little bit. Nothing in this room. I'll show you what it is I'm looking for when we get there. So we've gotten red. Oh, hello. And we've gotten blue. Yep. There, those little blue cards right there are what we're looking for here.
Mm.
Okay, so part 1 of the contest goes like this. I'm going to read you guys a story, and at the end of it there's going to be a question with 4 choices. Buzz in first and give me the right one once I unlock it, and you'll score points based on what the game gives. Get it wrong, opponent gets a chance to steal for a little bit less score. Any questions?
Nope.
Alright. The circus comes to town. Chapter 10, Clowns. Clowning around is not as easy as it looks. In fact, many clowns go to a special school where they learn how to be better clowns. Many skills are taught there. Juggling, putting on makeup, acrobatic tricks such as walking on a high wire, and even how to throw a pie. Clowns also learn simple magic tricks and jokes such as spraying water from a flower on a coat or honking a big red rubber nose like a car horn. Hello, Hydro. Good to see you.
Hi, Drew.
Clowns have lots of fun, and people laugh at them and have fun along with them. Although it doesn't seem like it, clowns work very hard at their job. Now I'm going to read out the question and let you guys read the answers on your own. Time starts when I unlock the toggle lock, so be ready on the buzzer. Question is, I like to read this book a lot. It gives me things to do. Name what some clowns like to honk, and that's the clue for you. Time starts now. And back.
Rubber horn.
What'd you say?
Rubber nose.
That's right.
I heard that.
I said rubber horn, which is like I mixed up what the car horn and the rubber nose.
Well, the good news is it's a mixed answer, which means it doesn't bind. So, that was good for a 600-point score. Well done.
Yeah.
Let me put this up here. So now that 600 points is yours no matter what happens.
We'll
And
spend it on
all right, so
cocaine.
with that, I'm good use. All right, so with that, I'm going to lock it up, clear the buzzers, and the next thing I'm going to do is open the notes section to show the second/bigger part of the contest. And this here tells me how to do it. Cool. All right, so the centerpiece of the notes. Yeah, shut up. So this cover page of the notes tells us how many pictures we need in order to complete each picture of the robot. And in the scope of the main game, we have the ability to rule out anybody who cannot possibly be the master of mischief. So let's go through this. So you can see the clues on each of these picture pages that we've collected thus far. We know that the picture will have to include a rubber nose. Let me get to one where we actually have a picture. So notice on each picture there are 4 pieces of information. So on this picture you can see a butterfly, a rubber nose, a lizard, and the highlighted word selfish in that order. The robot that we're looking for matches all 4 clues. So if you decide to buzz in order to accuse somebody, that's the one that you want to accuse. Now, the faster in the game that you accuse, if you get it right, that's more time bonus, that's more film bonus, and that's more points for you. So there's a risk involved in that if you make an accusation that's incorrect, the game ends outright in a loss, and you're locked out for the next game, and your opponent can score everything unhindered by you. So there's a risk reward to go with trying to jump in quick. Be mindful of that as we go on here.
That for real.
So now as we cycle through, I'll keep the picture up for a few seconds so that you guys can study it. And then you'll be able to buzz in once you think you have an accusation in mind. So there's this guy. I'll open the buzzers now with no time limit because I'm just going to cycle through anyway. If you're at all inclined to take an early guess, go ahead and buzz in. Moving on. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the colors of the robots go yellow, green, blue, red, gray in that order. So my part in this is just to get pictures of the bots that we haven't seen yet. Any questions on the picture decoding?
No.
Cool.
Nope.
All right, let's move on. Here's another story entry. April 15th, 1953. Dear Diary, today was one of those rare days when I left Morty with a babysitter. Morty had his friend Heather over to play. I left the babysitter simple instructions and a recipe for Heather's favorite cookies, so they could all have cookies and milk. Glad you recognize, Hydro. These school games, my absolute favorite memories when I was a kid. Was I in for a huge headache when I returned? The kitchen was a complete wreck and Heather was standing on the counter. Anybody want to have some fun with voice?
No.
What? Sorry.
Well, there's a lady quote here if you want to read it out.
Oh. They're mine. Mine, all mine.
She shouted to Morty as she clutched the plate full of peanut butter cookies. Morty kept yelling, "Ma, she won't share!" The babysitter couldn't stop laughing. I didn't think it was very funny at the time. Signed, Sarah. Your question. Let me flip the lock real quick, and then we'll flip it again. Heather liked her cookies. They were so very sweet. Tell me how she acted, and then your clue's a treat. Your time starts now. Chibi.
Selfish.
That's right. 600 points for you. You guys are now tied at 600. So now we have another clue. Let's go through the picks again. Next card. Next card. All right, moving on.
It's kind of a tune, like a bop.
That's
It's-
because it's an actual song.
Yep.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh no.
Yes.
I mistimed it completely. Whoops. A report by Jason Hill, January 6th, 1989. Although dinosaurs haven't lived on Earth for millions of years, some of their relatives are still around. Lizards look very much like dinosaurs, and they live in almost every country. Lizards are cold-blooded, which means their body temperature changes as the air temperature around them changes. This is why This is why lizards can live well in the desert, which has very hot days and cold nights. Lizards belong to the animal group called reptiles. Other reptiles are snakes, turtles, crocodiles, and alligators. Most of them have babies by laying eggs. Lizards are quick crawlers and fast climbers. They use their tongues to smell for food. Our modern-day lizards are much smaller than their ancestors, the dinosaurs, but sometimes they look just as fierce. Your question. Jason wrote this short report for science class. It's true. Tell me the main animal here, and then you'll get a clue. Go. Beck.
Lizard.
Lizard is right. Okay, 600 more points. You are at 12. And with that third clue, let's move on. I probably better. I heard somebody click
Yeah,
spacebar.
me.
Was that was you?
I'm just like, wait, I was lost, damn it.
All right. That was my bad. First night on the job, I'm learning. Chibi, you'd like to make an accusation?
Yeah, Pogo.
All right. So you're saying Pogo's it?
Yes.
You're
Pogo's the
certain?
master mage. Yes.
All right. You're right. So that'll be 1,100. So that's going to be 6,510 points. And that's the end of round 1.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So for that little trial experiment there, Chibi has 7,110 points, and Beck, you've got 1,200. Round 1 goes to Chibi.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, we're going to reset the scores. Round 2 will be up to the senior rank. All right. Now, one thing I should do is once an accusation is made, I should go to the film machine and get more points that way. Oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't. What do you guys think? Each question translates to extra film in the film machine, which translates to more points later on. Do you think I should, or?
It's only optional if you miss the photo at the first time.
What's that?
I said, isn't it optional because you only need the extra film if you miss the photo the first time?
Well, it's optional until later ranks when you need more than 12 pieces of film to make completions.
Oh.
So, let me think about this a minute. I'll tell you what. I'll only go for extra film when the time comes to actually need it. Probably keep it fair for now since I didn't do it the first time.
Yeah.
Now let's start this again. Good, I don't want to see the new user messages. They should still be slow, so I'm just going to continue walking. And already we've got our first question. September 22nd, 1961. Dear Diary, you know all those reptiles Mr. Sheldon keeps in the science lab? Well, 2 of the lizards took on a strange new look during science class today. Morty Maxwell tried to pick them up by their tails, and the lizards hurried to crawl away. Suddenly, the lizards were safely under their rock, and Morty was standing there grinning with 2 tails in his hand. I was really mad at Morty, and I felt sorry for the poor lizards. But Mr. Sheldon said that is how lizards protect themselves. Their tails will grow back pretty soon. They look pretty funny now, though, since I'm used to seeing them with their nice long tails. Signed, Leslie. The lizards now were different because they tried to get away. What was it they had done in a hurry to lose their tails that day? Go. Beck.
Crawl.
Crawl is right. And this round, that's still worth 600.
Mm-hmm.
Clear, lock, go. We're going to have to get us a picture first before we go much further. Mystery Visitor. Shady Glen School Press, October 9th, 1988. Shady Glen School had a mysterious visitor Thursday morning. No one seems to know who it was. Yes, it was someone very famous, said School Principal Ernest Garrett. And I have very clear orders not to give out this person's name to anyone. Many questions filled the Shady Glen schoolyard that day. Who's behind those sunglasses? Is it a famous movie star? A diamond necklace was seen around the neck of the visitor. Who's sitting in the back seat of that limousine? Mr. Garrett would only give one answer. She's very famous, he said, and she sings. Yes, a lot of questions filled the morning air. Name a clue that covered up the person visiting there. Go. Beck.
Sunglasses.
Very good. Another 600. More importantly, another clue. Once we get a picture. Oh, I see, they're out in the hall now. Excuse me. From Winnie the Pooh by A. A. Milne. And how are you? Said Winnie the Pooh. Eeyore shook his head from side to side. Not very how, he said. I don't seem to have felt at all how for a long time. Dear, dear, said Pooh. I'm sorry about that. Let's have a look at you. So Eeyore stood there, gazing sadly at the ground, and Winnie the Pooh walked all around him once. Why, what's happened to your tail? He said in surprise. What has happened to it? Said Eeyore. It isn't there. Are you sure? Well, either a tail is there or it isn't there. You can't make a mistake about it, and yours isn't there. Then what is? Nothing. Winnie told his friend about something that wasn't there. Tell me now what that thing was, and that's the clue I'll share. Go! Chibi.
Tail.
Very good. 600 points. Now we're going to have at least 3 clues on the very first picture. I see a bucket of paint in your future. That's what happens if you lose. Better jump to avoid any unfortunate trouble. Where is everybody?
Dead.
My robots have invisible secrets you must photograph. Yep.
Well, if they would show up.
Yeah, right? Been breathing too hard on your reading glass? I think you're working too much. This should be the last clue. February 3rd, 1989. Dear Mrs. Rigby, my daughter Amanda says there are strange things going on that make school more fun now. There may be some connection between what's happening at school and the weird things that have been going on at home lately. Yesterday morning, I found a giant peeled banana on my kitchen floor. Amanda says she didn't do it. Last week, I found the cookie jar and found that it was filled to the top with honey. Amanda's friend, Vicky Mason, has been playing with her at our house that afternoon. As you may know, Vicky is Morty Maxwell's cousin. I don't understand any of this. Could you please ask Mr. Garrett to talk about it with all the teachers? Sincerely, Clara Wentworth. And clear, lock. Amanda and her friend Vicky had little time to waste. Tell me where I put some honey so they could have a taste. Go. Chibi.
Jar.
You know, there's some hilarity to this. Is it a jar? Yeah, it's a jar.
Oh my god.
So
And Beck has flashbacks.
So who wants to tell the story for the people at home?
Not me.
One word.
While I go picture hunting.
Very short version is there's a pun with canning and jars.
Oh, interesting.
Pain.
There could be 600. There could be 600 more points here. October 14th, 1960. Dear Diary, Mom has always said I could have a pet as long as it didn't run loose. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Clear, lock. As soon as anybody can identify the answer, go ahead and log in, because we've got 4 clues. Something's a repeat here. So I had to think of a good way to contain the alligator I got today. No problem. I made Alice a leash that looks a lot like a jump rope when it stretches. I always knew I would find a use for all those rubber bands I've been saving. The leash allows Alice to do what she likes to do best, crawl all around all over the house. I hope nobody trips over her or her leash. Signed, Morty. Beck.
Oh. I was just like, wait, what was it?
Yep, so another 600 for Beck. Very good. Okay, now to continue my hunt. Oh, whoops.
Oh.
Too fast. Oh well. Alright. We'll do it this way. I'm gonna hunt down all 5. You know what? Screw that. Oh.
Oh, there he is.
Hello. Never mind. Let's do 2 like we did before. Okay. Buzzer's reset. We're unlocked. We have all 4 clues. Here we go. Okay. Oh. What's this? You think you'll be the hero when this is all over? Okay, who do I need? I need yellow, red, gray. Red. Go into red right now. I need yellow or gray. Do we want the extra film?
No, we don't really need it.
We don't need it.
Yellow. Here's yellow. Back!
It's Buffo.
Are you sure?
Yes.
$800, 5180, 6180. So far this round, Beck has 7,980. Chibi has 1,200. What do you guys think so far?
It's fun.
Yeah. I don't know if this will go past this episode, though.
You don't think so? Yeah, he does have an interesting outfit. Why, you don't want to continue past one show, Chibi?
I don't think it has the viability to.
No?
Because eventually it's going to start repeating. I mean, yes, the clues get harder, but it's just going to be the same thing over again. I'm sorry.
Well, let's see what this episode brings us and see if it allows for the satisfaction. We'll have more chances. Yeah, it probably wouldn't have been unless you like games like this. Missing Crown puzzles everyone. Shady Glen, March 25th, 1960. Who hid the crown for the Flower Princess? That's what everyone wanted to know last night at the Spring Flower Show. When George Biggs opened the box that holds the crown, there was nothing there. He was speechless. Finally, he handed the princess a bunch of flowers. She held the bouquet while everyone got the clap. After the show, Mr. Biggs opened the crown box and received quite a surprise. The crown was back in its place, but something unusual was underneath it. It was a pile of flower petals shaped like the letter M. The crown was really missing. Mr. Biggs didn't know what to do. Tell me what he gave the princess, and that will be your clue. Go. Chibi.
Flowers.
Flowers is good. Alright, let's get out of here before anything can happen. Alright, I have the back room necessary. Techie Tech arrives. Shady Glen, May 4th, 1986. Soon it may be Shady Glen linking London, as users of home computers are able to communicate and exchange information with other computer users. Techie Tech, a new computer information service, is being set up to link computers almost everywhere in the world. How quaint. And local users will be especially lucky because the home office of Techie Tech will be located right here in Shady Glen. Shady Glen users will not have to pay the extra charges for calls that other users would have to pay. Techie Tech works on regular telephone lines, so no special setup is needed. Home computer users simply need a machine called a modem, which links the telephone and the computer. How cute. Techie Tech sounds like fun. It'll be great to have it so near. Name an important thing I'd save by using this service here. Go. Chibi.
Money.
Money. Cash money. With those two hits, Chibi, you're up to 9180. Alright. This way. Red.
His ass.
Okay.
That one too.
So here's an interesting opportunity if anybody is feeling particularly froggy. The buzzers are open. Here we go. Okay.
Don't get angry, get lost.
Nothing here. Uh-huh.
Dude, it's like you want
Right.
to get beat. Like, what's he doing?
Well, let's see what you think of the gray robot. Okay. Green. We got things narrowed down a bit then?
Mm-hmm.
From Mary Poppins Opens the Door by P.L. Travers. And don't forget to buy me an evening paper, said Mrs. Banks, as she handed Jane 2 pennies and kissed her goodbye. Michael looked at his mother reproachfully. Is that all you're going to give us? He asked. What'll happen if we meet the ice cream man? Well, said Mrs. Banks reluctantly, here's another 6pence, but I do think you children get too many treats. I didn't have ices every day when I was a little girl. As if that's a good reason. Michael looked at her curiously. He could not believe she had ever been a little girl. Mrs. George Banks in short skirts and her hair tied up with ribbons? Impossible. I suppose, he said smugly, you didn't deserve them. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
And he tucked the 6pence carefully into the pocket of his sailor suit.
I would have folded him and took him a 6pence back. What the fuck?
Who knows, maybe taking liberties with the stories might be the thing to make it interesting. Potential, Chibi?
What do you mean?
I mean, just reading the stories straight isn't necessarily all that much fun. What if we throw in an ad to them? Anyway. Michael was going to buy a paper, but he wanted a special treat. What did his mother give him so that he could buy something to eat? Oh, Beck.
Money.
Yeah, there we go. I must be losing my mind.
What?
I gave Beck some of Chibi's scores. Those last 2 right answers from Chibi went to Beck's score. Whoops. So Beck has 1 right answer this round. Chibi has 2.
Yes, you can get duplicate clues.
Yep.
Actually, I think that's the point for the harder levels.
Yeah, but it also gives bigger scores and allows for faster promotions if you chase them. That's one of the reasons I was thinking about the film machine, because it would speed this up. But if we don't go past 1 night, then it doesn't really matter, does it? May 22, 1964. Dear Diary, I know I should be happy. I mean, how many girls in Shady Glen get a present every day? But this is getting to be too much. Today, Morty sent a huge bouquet to me during French class. But I wanted to tear off every last petal from every flower in the bunch. Then when I saw Morty later in front of the Main Street shopping mall, he handed me a double-dip ice cream cone that was half melted. I was so embarrassed that I wanted to hide.
Morty needs to back off. What the hell?
I didn't know whether to laugh or to cry. Signed, Molly. Buzzers are already unlocked. Molly didn't understand at all that I liked her a whole bunch. Name how she felt in French class, then you'll have your clue before lunch. Go. Beck.
Angry? I think. Yes, okay.
Yep. Now you've got 2 right answers. I've forgotten who I need. Yellow and blue. Try that again. Go ahead. Not this time. Alright. This may break it.
Close up.
Yep. This one might break it. Lock is open. Buzzers are cleared. Here's yellow. Yes, Chibi.
Buffo.
God damn it. God.
And yes, that's my final answer.
So that's 800, 5450, 6450. So we're actually not far from the end of this round. If you look at the total score down there,
Mm-hmm.
Beck has 9180, Chibi has 8850. This next game will decide this round, provided, of course, the accusation is correct. Here we go. Oh, right in front of us. I'll be sure to send a postcard when the school is online. You do that, buddy. You do that. Ah, up on the stage. They were probably capitalizing on Thriller.
Yeah, the flail or whatever, the fallen that's the worm.
Yeah, combine all the big dances of the time. The Worm, the Moonwalk, I mean, Michael Jackson, come on. Annual May Day Festival, May 1st, 1965. Watch the Shady Glen School Band march. See the huge flower display planted by the Garden Club. It's quite a show. Pray for sun. We're hoping that there will be no storm like the sudden rain last year that ruined the roses and other flowers. Did someone do a rain dance? Yes, I played a trick that year to show them how I play. Just name what it is I spoiled, because that's the clue today. Go. Chibi.
Flowers.
Very good. 600 points. Game this close, that swings the lead. Out, 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 out. Green.
Get his ass.
I will be fairly impressed if somebody goes for this and is actually right. So here's green. Then again, maybe it would be an instance to laugh in your face.
No flowers, not doing it.
October 7th, 1960. Dear Diary, remember Peter Pan's famous wish? Everyone knows he didn't want to grow up. I felt that way tonight at Donnie's party. The full moon made everything seem even more magical. We barbecued hot dogs, tossed water balloons, and played kick the can and lots of other great games. We're glad that Aunt Harriet had an ample supply of fruit punch for us to drink. We all kept going back for more. I had so much fun. I would like to have fun and play games forever. At the end of the party, I looked up at the moon and thought, maybe I will be a kid forever. Signed, Morty. We had lots of fun and games. We needed something to drink. How did playing make us feel? Now that's your clue, I think. Go. Chibi.
Thirsty.
If that's not a
myself into the sea.
Well, that'll quench thirst, assuming it's not salt water.
It's the sea. Tell me one sea that's not salt water.
Feeling salty tonight?
Maybe.
Right on the computer, I like it. Are you kidding me? You know what? I'm opening the buzzers right now, and I'm going to go straight to the question. Anybody feel froggy enough to buzz in, go for it. It's the same Peter Pan entry. I'd love to have fun and play games. I'd do it forever. Beck.
The moon.
You're saying the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the moon.
Same story, different clue.
Yep. And sometimes that'll happen too. In that case, we'll just speed right through it. How am I doing on pictures? I only have green. Oh, hello. Here's yellow.
Wait, no, shit. I didn't mean to. I was like, fuck.
Well, the good news is I'm an idiot.
I never cleared the thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay.
That's your. We'll
I
call
just seen
that.
it click. I wanted to go.
We'll call that Grace. How's that? Because I'm assuming you don't want to buzz in.
No.
Chibi, can you
I wanted
be?
to go back to Google Chrome and then I double clicked.
Chibi, can you be tempted to buzz in?
Nope.
I thought not. Let's move on. Oh, red. This time they are cleared and the notes or the lock is open. Here it comes. Yeah, not the brightest idea we've ever had, huh?
You and the puns tonight.
Okay, blue and gray. Or maybe some more points. From The Old Man Who Said Why by E. E. Cummings. Because you say why all the time, said the fairy, and it's driving everybody mad. People can't sleep and can't eat and can't think and can't fly because you're always asking why and why and why over and over again. And I've come from the farthest star to tell you that you've got to stop this whying. Anybody feel like doing the pissing thing off?
Why?
Said the little very, very, very old man. At this, the fairy grew pink with anger. If you don't stop saying why, he said, you'll be sorry.
Why?
Now see here, you old son of a bitch, that's the last time I'll forgive you. Listen to me, if you say why again, you'll fall from the moon all the way to the earth. The fairy and the old man did talk while they were here. Tell me where they were, and then your clue is clear, is near, is fear. Go. Chibi.
Moon.
Moon. Well, it's good for 600 points anyway.
Which I need.
Yeah, I think the ad-lib injection just might be necessary for this, to keep it from getting stale. Alright. Double check. Blue and gray? Blue and gray. Oh yeah, 2 classical pieces of music they put onto this. Hall of the Mountain King in the rooms, and then Sorcerer's Apprentice out in the hallway. You know what? Forget any further questions, I think. Looking at the score, the thing that's going to decide it is who gets the accusation. Ah, yeah, meddling kids. Come on, Blue. Come on, Gray.
Show yourselves. Please.
Sometime tonight, bonus points are going down. Thank you. Now, the blue one. Bear in mind the name of the guy whose picture we don't have. Just a little hint. So here comes blue. Chibi.
Turbo.
What?
With absolutely zero photo evidence. Chibi's in the lead already, and this is a big score. Chibi's going to win this round.
How? Because we have the pictures of all the others and none of the others matched up.
No, not how. Just, ha. Oh, okay.
Well, that's the end of round 2. And I'm not even going to bother calculating Chibi's score at this point. She's won the round. And it is now 1-1.
I buzzed in because I knew we didn't need the picture.
I did think about it. I was like, oh dang, that ain't the right one either.
That's why I said the name of the bot that wasn't on the screen.
Alright, so now we move up to the senior rank, which means things are going to get faster, because the robots will too, and the increased difficulty in clues. Now we need 2 pictures in order to complete each picture. which means margin of error is much smaller, but we still, if I do this right, will not need the film machine. And the numbering will disappear, so hopefully you guys remember what's where from here on out.
Oh, fuck.
Scores have been reset, and here we go. No?
I'll
Fine.
take the picture.
I was waiting for him to shoot something so I could counter. Alright, so I've got gray once.
You really just entered the room and kind of stared at him for a moment.
I was
feel
waiting
like he was just as confused as you were.
No, well, maybe he was. I was waiting for him to play a trick. February 15th, 1961. Dear Teresa. Sweet. Ever listen to someone's fingernails dragging across a chalkboard? Today in class, I shivered when Morty did that in front of everyone. Mr. Garrett had come to the door with a worried look on his face. He was either in a hurry or very angry about something. Mr. Jackson walked to the door, and as Morty got up, as he passed by, Donnie giggled as Morty grabbed a piece of chalk and approached the chalkboard. But instead of writing on the board, Morty dragged his fingernails across it very slowly. He tried to sneak quickly back to his desk, but just as he got there, so did Mr. Jackson. Morty spent all his recesses during the next week cleaning the chalkboards and the erasers. Love, Molly. It is a horrible sound.
Yeah.
And I hope to never do it justice.
Never heard it.
You're
Mr.
like,
Jackson caught me going to the board that day. Tell me what I grabbed. Now that's your clue, I say. Go. Chibi.
a chalk.
A chalk. This time they're worth 900 points. Yeah,
Well, I warned you.
I also feel old. So,
All I had, whiteboards, but also smartboards.
Yeah, see, smart boards were a new thing for
Mhm.
me.
yep.
Oh,
Alright,
they were
so...
the standard.
Yeah, once upon a time. So, here's a first look at a half-assed picture, as it were, with one clue. If anybody's feeling crazy, go for it. No? No temptation this early? Okay. See how fast he's moving now? That was close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll save it till we get another clue. And this is the Flower Princess crown. We made the crown for the Flower Princess. That's what everyone wanted to know last night at the Spring Flower Show. When George Biggs opened the box that held the crown, there was nothing there. He was speechless. Finally, he handed the princess a bunch of flowers. She held the bouquet while everyone clapped. After the show, Mr. Biggs opened the crown box and received quite a surprise. The crown was back in its place, but something unusual was underneath it. It was a pile of flower petals shaped like the letter M. Do you guys remember this story well enough? Does everyone remember this story well enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, good enough. Then here's the question. He found this object missing, but he never thought of me. Mr. Biggs looked for this in his box, but this he did not see. Go. Chibi.
That was close. I saw that.
Yes, it was.
Crown.
Now, just a second. We all saw Chibi's name come up first, right?
Dude!
Did it flip for everybody else, or is it just me?
It did
It
flip.
flipped for me.
Yeah, Chibi buzzed in first, and I did see that. So, Chibi gets the crown answer, and crown is right. We're gonna have
You
to...
like this buzz thing.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to keep our eyes on it. Alright, we have another clue, and we have another half-assed photo. 2 more half-assed photos. Here's the first one. Here's the next one. And here's the next one. Does anybody have anything narrowed down yet?
Yeah, it's one of the 3 we have the pictures of.
At least. Oh, I couldn't even fathom the idea of going for a 2nd degree. April 1st, 1989. Interesting date. Dear Diary, Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb, had no idea that his invention would lead to Shady Glen's latest mystery. I mean the talking light bulbs on the ceiling in Mrs. Walker's science lab. More unusual than the talking bulbs themselves were the things they talked about. Yesterday, our class heard them whispering about some master plan of taking over the school. We all just laughed. Imagine. Light bulbs taking over a school. Mrs. Walker tried turning them off, but that had no effect. The bulbs just kept repeating, "Turn us off, turn us on, it doesn't really matter. Lordy tells us what to do, he makes us thin or fatter." There must be a clue here somewhere. Signed, Jerry.
That's weird.
I gave them all a great big clue about the things I plan to do. Tell me where this will take place, and then you'll have a clue to chase. Go. Back.
Science lab.
That is not correct. Chibi, chance to steal.
School.
School is correct.
I'm gonna hurl myself from a building.
Heat
Well,
yourself.
But the steal answer was worth 400 points. Not so easy now, is it?
Hurl myself from a building. Oh my god.
Unfortunate. I think we're gonna need more pictures for anything else to mean much.
Uh-huh.
We will call it a night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you very much. Well, I'm not. I've made it to champion. But I'm doing this for a different purpose. September 5th, 1958. The best date of the calendar year, if I do say so myself. Dear Jenny, ants are lots of fun to watch. They're useful, too. I always keep a jar of ants around when relatives come to visit. If my cousins stay too long, I just sprinkle a few ants on their plates. It works every time. First question, whose diary entry do you think this is? Or whose letter?
Morty's.
Yeah. If you want to build an ant farm, here's how to do it in 5 easy steps. First, put dirt in a jar until it's just over half full. Second, put the jar in a small bowl of dirt. Third, put the jar and bowl into a pan of water. This will keep the ants from getting away. Fourth, put live ants into the jar. Fifth and finally, drop a piece of cheese into the jar for the ants to eat. That will keep them full of pep. It will also give you a chance to see them and observe how well they work together. Good luck. Your friend, Morty Maxwell. Can you read directions? Then find the final step. Name the food to feed an ant to keep it full of pep. Go. Chibi.
Cheese.
Yep. Now, question. Did anybody here think it was the jar? At first?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Because I'm sure by now you've noticed the potential for repeat clues. So, what I'll do from now on, in light of that fact, is I'll keep the buzzer open the entire time. And if anybody's feeling froggy off of risking a repeat, by all means, go for it. Yeah, that's an interesting visual. String cheese in a jar with ants and then crawling up and down. I still need lots of...
stripper pole.
That's an interesting thought. Alright, who remembers the clown chapter? You both have that pretty well down, do you think?
Yes.
Beck?
Yeah.
Alright, then let's go right to the question. Clowns have lots and lots of fun doing funny tricks like I do. Name the place they go to learn and you'll have your needed clue. Go. Chibi.
School.
Another 900 points. You're up to 4,000 already.
Okay. Okay.
You okay, Beck?
Oh, hello. What did that do for us? Red is complete. And we have all 4 clues. Red is coming up now. Beck?
Wait. No. I
You,
didn't mean to.
you must make an
I'm
accusation of some kind.
I'm gonna.
So here
I'll
are the names. Here are the names.
Okay. The one that we haven't seen.
There are 2 that we haven't seen.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say Buffo.
You're gonna say Buffo?
I'm gonna say Buffo. I'm gonna go with my gut.
All right. No. And unfortunately, it doesn't tell us who it was. I'm very saddened to say. So, what happens here is the time shoots to midnight.
I like how it went past midnight first.
Yeah. School has vanished, no points are added to lifetime score. And the incorrect accusation... Yeah. And the incorrect accusation means that Chibi has the next game all to herself.
Alright.
Alright, Chibi. It's all up to you. No need to buzz in. We're just gonna go. July 27th, 1962. Dear Diary. Boy, what a day. Betsy and I were babysitting for her little brother, Terry. Since Terry had missed his nap, we took him out for a little treat. Instead of asking for a strawberry double-dip cone, Terry began shouting at the boy behind the counter. We were so upset that we took Terry outside to calm him down, but he screamed even more. Betsy started crying. I felt helpless. Then Terry started running around in circles screaming, "Ice cream! Ice cream!" I thought to myself, yes you do, Terry. I think that's where the saying, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, came from. Signed, Morty.
Go figure.
Terry caused some trouble. Poor Betsy started to cry. Tell me what Terry did that day. Now that's the clue to spy.
Shout.
Shout is right. Still good for 900 points. Do you remember the Techie Tech story? Yeah. Alright. We'll go right to the question then. A modem is a kind of machine. I couldn't wait to have fun. Name something else I'd need, besides a computer, to use one.
Telephone.
Telephone's right.
Ring, ring, ring. Phone call, phone call. Ring, ring, ring. Phone call, phone call. Sorry.
Bonus points if anybody knows that reference.
I don't.
We need to see if Hydro gets it. Oh, I don't like cards in this position. Come on, come on. That's right. Haha. Alright. So far we've got 2 clues and 2 half pictures.
Okay. It's okay. Probably neither of those.
Would you like to make an accusation?
No.
Okay. Now, if you miss, there's no penalty to you. It just means that Beck comes back in.
I get no points.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get the points for asking questions. Or for answering questions. Shady Glen, March 3rd, 1988. The mayor of Shady Glen presented a special award to the members of the Super Solvers in honor of their solving what has come to be known as the case of the running refrigerator. Oh boy. The super solvers were brought in by the telephone company after numerous reports of prank telephone calls in all areas of Shady Glen. Most of the trick calls reported throughout Shady Glen were the old joke. Hello, is your refrigerator running? Then you'd better catch it. Snark, 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 snark. The super solvers
Snark,
finally
snark,
discovered
snark?
a tape recorder. Yeah, snark, snark, snark. That had been placed in a telephone booth and put on continuous playback. The machine would say the same message over and over. However, the person who was dialing the telephone was never found. The super solver solved this case. My dialing days are through. Just give the story a title to find your needed clue.
Ooh. Group solves telephone case.
I mean, pretty interesting
That
little...
was-
Pretty interesting trick there, though, right?
Mhm.
That's one of the things that kept it interesting at the higher ranks for me. Now, it's December 10th, 1963. Dear Molly, my holiday surprise to you this year is not only bright and cheery, but serviceable as well. I think it will really help you. Yesterday in health class, you told me how scary it is walking home during those dark, cold winter evenings when you have activities after school. Well, Molly, my dear, starting tomorrow, you won't have to worry. I made 72 little light boxes out of tomato paste cans, candles, and tinfoil. Just follow these friendly lanterns all the way safely to your front door. Now, really. Now you can feel secure and you have 72 bright new reasons to be my special friend. Oh, Jesus. Signed, Morty. You know, I almost want to continue all the way through this game just to get these little tidbits. I wanted to light Molly's way. It was a helpful thing to do. Name what I set up for her, and then you'll get a clue.
Lanterns.
Yep. Wait. We now have 3 clues and 3 half pictures.
Not enough to make a guess yet.
No, but is there somebody you think I should stop taking pictures of?
Yes. I just don't remember the name.
Give me
I have
the-
to see the pictures again.
Give me the color.
I think it's red.
Well, I'll introduce this new mechanic now then. So since there's a multiple photo
Okay,
implication
no,
of it.
not red.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah, no red. That's correct.
yeah, so anybody can say that and I'll follow it. Was I just in here? Yeah, okay. A report by Daniel Berger. Every 4 years in November, we have an election for the President of the United States. Don't remind me. When the first settlers came to America, they decided they did not want a king, a man wearing a crown and far away in England telling them what to do. They decided they wanted to vote for a president, a leader chosen by all the people. I'm sorry, excuse me. It used to take many weeks for the news of who was elected to reach all parts of the country. Today, the results of the election can be learned within 1 day. In January, the person elected in November starts being the president. There was a huge parade in Washington, D.C., with bands marching and playing music, and many parties are given to celebrate. To start a new life for you and me, the settlers came from across the sea. They left a king behind them there. Tell me what that king would wear.
A crown.
A crown. Hello.
We can get no, and you don't have to take another picture of yellow.
Okay.
We don't have enough pictures for the rest, so.
All right. So no yellow and no red. Well, the possibility of an accusation is here. Here we go.
Turbo.
You're accusing Turbo?
Yes.
$1,050, $7,090, $9,090.
Beck, I heard that. Are you okay?
Nope. Ooh.
Well, would you like to be even less okay?
What is it? What?
Well, the good news, first of all, is you're back in play.
Okay.
The bad news is the score is currently 17,590 to zip.
The fuck?
You can still win this, but you're going to have to do really well in the next game because this next one is probably going to end round 3.
Yeah, because we're at 49, so if we're getting an average of 10, yeah. Or 13 for that one. So.
Yeah. All right. So for this important game that'll decide who goes up 2-1. Here we go. Hello. Shady Glen, March 3rd, 1989. Traffic control workers discovered that hundreds of no parking signs in the downtown area had been replaced by signs that had strange and often confusing messages. It all began when Mayor Janet Sullivan pulled into her parking space near City Hall last Tuesday. She noticed that instead of the usual no parking sign, there was a sign that said, "Have a nice day and kiss the kids for me." Before she could get to the telephone to call the police, the angry mayor noticed other strange signs in the area. There were signs reading, "Quiet please, lizard crossing," and "Park here as long as you want." Police are still looking for the person or persons responsible for the prank. Now, preliminary, before we go to the question, does anybody have guesses as to what this might be from what we've seen so far?
Lizard!
You're thinking lizards?
Yeah.
Anything else come to mind?
No.
I believe angry was a clue previously, was it not?
Oh, yeah.
So as you can see, there are several throws that might make you think. The good news is none of those guesses are binding. So we'll go to the question, and that's what'll decide. I caused a little trouble here and changed the signs that day. My favorite one was all about what animal crossing the way? Go. Chibi.
Lizard!
Lizard is right. So we're still worth one blippity little second here. All right, so that is 900 for Chibi. Clear buzzers and lock. No, unlock. Okay. So here's our first opportunity to maybe commit a self-hanging. Oh, come on. I'm sure somebody...
I'm not that stupid.
I was going to say, somebody could be tempted. Come on. No?
Nope.
Okay. And we'll lock the buzzers, and we'll move on. Do we remember the dinosaur report?
Yes.
Beck?
somewhat.
Do you want it read out for you?
You don't have to read it out. Just like go down, but like just like don't speed through it.
All right.
I read fast.
I'll give you 5 seconds per page starting now.
Okay.
And now the question. Jason wrote this short report for science class. It's true. Tell me the main animal here, and then you'll get a clue. Go. Beck.
Lizard.
See, that sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're on the board for this round.
God.
Now, what's this one? Yeah, I know where that place is. Haven't needed it yet. Come round 5, if we get there, we're going to need it. I'm going
You have
backwards.
to take, what, 4 pictures?
4 pictures, yep. Which means 12 is not going to be enough by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, it could if you wanted to take a guess.
It could. Ah, right. Right on my entry.
Oh, there we go.
Totally ninja move. Let's get another clue if we can. June 17th, 1959. Dear Diary. Donnie was exploring a large cave with Morty near Lake Waddle when he found a fossil slab from the Mesozoic era. So Donnie and Morty entered the state rock contest. This morning I drove the boys to the contest in Monroe City. The judges were so excited about Donnie's rock that they awarded all 3 top ribbons to him. You should have seen how proud Morty was. He couldn't stop saying, "Donnie's got the rock that gave the judges a shock. Donnie's got the rocks that gave the judges a shock." Signed, Harriet. Clear. Lock. Donnie found the special rock. He was sure to win a prize. Tell me what he won that day. The clue's before your eyes. Go. Chibi.
Ribbon. Ribbon. I'm sorry, Beck.
So, can we do anything with this so far? I heard nothing, so let's move on. What can you make with a blank? A report by Stuart Jacobs, January 13th, 1959. You can have it in your kitchen. You probably eat it on cold winter mornings for breakfast. So the next time you've eaten all that oatmeal, save that round box. Here are some fresh ideas for what you can make with your box. If you have a cat, use the box lid as a dish for its dry food. Eat up, kitty. Take the rest of the box and tape a piece of heavy paper over the open end. Instant drum. Or maybe you need a piggy bank. Decorate the outside of the box by pasting on pretty shapes of colored paper, and then cut an opening in the lid for coins. You'll have to get the lid back from the cat. Well, how about a telephone? Take 2 oatmeal boxes, lids off, and connect the closed ends with a long string. So, remember to eat your oatmeal, but please don't throw those special round boxes away. A thing for Kitty I could make with oatmeal box in hand. Tell me now what it would be, and then you'll understand. Go. Chibi.
Dish.
You didn't get thrown by the drum. Very impressive. We now have 3 clues. I heard somebody...
Yeah, that was me. You know what? Buffo.
You're going to call Buffo?
I'm going to call Buffo.
You know you're taking a little bit of a risk.
Yeah.
Because we don't have Pinch. Alright, let's see it. It is Buffo. Score doesn't really matter. Chibi's way ahead. Round 3 is going to go to her.
Now we're a pro.
Yes, we are. All right. The match score is 2-1 in Chibi's favor. Scores are reset. We still have 48 minutes on the clock. I believe scoring is the same here, so this is going to be a slightly longer round.
Can I go get a drink real quick?
Oh, absolutely. Matter of fact, I'll take this opportunity to make a piss break before I actually have to go. Be right back.
And I get left here by myself, as usual. Bless you? Maybe?
Okay. Hydra, what do you think of this revamping as a multiplayer thing? And is Beck back yet?
I am.
Okay, cool. Alright. Let's roll on. November 4th, 1963. Dear Mr. Sheldon.
What's up, Hydro?
Not sure what I'm asking? The game isn't typically played as a multiplayer thing with buzzers like we're doing. I'm asking you, is it entertaining for you? Dear Mr. Sheldon, since I knew you would be the only teacher at Shady Glen School to understand what I did, I decided to share my story with you in a private letter. Remember our lab experiment last week with lemon juice? Well, I took it one step further on my own, and I think I've got it. Yes, Mr. Sheldon, disappearing ink. The best part of all is that I have made a special solution that makes the ink reappear. Just imagine the possibilities, Mr. Sheldon. My mind goes wild just thinking about what could be done. Well, glad to hear that. I'll stop by after school on Friday to give you a demonstration. Once you see how my special ink works, you must promise not to tell anyone about it. See you Friday, Morty. So he's been planning this for an awful long time, and I'm guessing that the school would have just reappeared if everybody had left it alone.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody seems to care about that, so here we are. I like to write my letters with special ink, you see. Tell me what my ink did. That's your clue from me. Go. Chibi.
Ah, damn it.
Disappear. I almost said lemon.
That would have been unfortunate.
For you. It would have been great for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
How dare you be good at a game? How dare you?
Alright, no photos yet. Once we get
I'm
one,
being
we'll
punished.
Once we get one, we'll get our first preemptive opportunity to jump off the bridge.
My cats are laying down next to each other and they're not attacking each other.
Uh-huh.
That's different. Sorry.
We have one clue and one snapshot. Here's your opportunity to jump off the bridge.
Oh.
Nobody wants to?
It's the wrong half of the picture.
No, I don't want to.
Let's move on then. Oh, I didn't get this. The Pet I'd Like to Have by Morty Maxwell, March 25th, 1961. I have at home 13 cats, a pet crab, a frog, a pig, a canary, a goat, an alligator, a prairie dog, and a partridge in a pear tree. But I wish I could have just one more pet. I'd like to have a kangaroo. I would train my kangaroo to help me in magic shows. The female kangaroo has a bag-like pouch in her fur that she uses to carry her babies. I would teach my kangaroo to carry some of my magic cards in her pouch. I'd have the best show in town. But there is a problem. Kangaroos have very powerful hind legs and can jump very high and very far. I don't think I can build a fence high enough to contain a kangaroo. I guess that's the main reason I don't have one. She hides her babies in a special spot, the mother kangaroo. Name a thing this place is like. That word will be your clue. Go.
Fuck.
Beck.
Bag?
Very much like that.
It was between that or basket.
Surprised you didn't go with jar.
I will leave right now. I will actually leave, and you will not get me back.
I couldn't help it.
Supporters near goal. Shady Glen, March 3rd, 1989. Signatures are being gathered by a group that wants to hire the Super Solvers to save Shady Glen School. The group, calling itself the Super Solvers Supporters, is nearing its goal of obtaining 1,000 signatures, which says it's enough to convince the school board to hire the Super Solvers. It seems that almost everyone in Shady Glen is sure that this is a good idea, and getting people to sign their names has not been difficult. We must get back our wonderful Shady Glen School, which has been gradually disappearing, explained Amy Wright, the group's leader. The Super Solvers have never failed us. They missed a quotation mark. Ever since Shady Glen fourth grader Jason Hill reported seeing a robot standing in the school bathroom sink, parts of the school can no longer be seen. If parts continue to disappear, soon the whole school will be gone.
Okay,
No,
but disappearing ink doesn't actually, leave. It just goes invisible, so wouldn't this school still be there?
Yes?
Yes.
So, could they just, not, just walk around in the invisible school? That would be so cool.
They could, but again, there's also the matter of that one letter that says that the ink would reappear if he's using the same stuff he did to write the letters.
Okay.
The group was really moving. They wanted their school back. Name what I made the school do. With this clue, you'll be on track. Go. Beck.
Disappear. I don't even care. I don't even care if it's duplicate. Give me the points. Thank you.
You got him. Me. Let's see what we've got so far.
Sure has a bag.
Nobody wants to go?
Nope.
All right. Come join a beginner's puppet class, May 20 through 24 at the Civic Center. Classes every afternoon from 1 to 5 p.m. This is
That's a long class.
Yeah. Learn the art of puppet making from Miss Sherry Sunday, famous ventriloquist and television star. All materials will be provided for the workshop sessions except plain paper bags, yarns, and paste. On the final day, there will be a play by the puppets with all voices by Miss Sunday. Sherry brought this special craft to life for me. Howdy doody. Oh, really? That famous, huh? 4 stars, not to be missed. Miss Sunday once again shows the wonders of the ordinary paper bag. Shady Glen Gazette.
All materials will be provided except for the most important ones.
Oh, of course. I liked this workshop very much. It was useful and plenty of fun. Tell what each puppet was made from, and then your new clue will be done. Go. Chibi.
Bad. I'm not going to say the rest. I'll be nice.
Well, we've gotten both... Hello. We've gotten both duplicates.
Yeah.
Too slow, buddy. Alright. How about now with these pictures? I can convince nobody, huh? Alright.
Yet. Oh. Excuse me, dang.
Alright. I've heard nothing. Let's go on. I've gotten all of blue.
And there's the other half of gray.
Which, by the way, we didn't need.
I know.
Yet you said nothing.
So
Fair.
there was another.
Was there?
Thingy?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there was. I am a doof. And sure enough, it was a thing. Things I'd like to collect. A report by Vicky Mason. Butterflies, marbles, stamps, coins. What do these things have in common? They are often collected by kids. I am new to collecting, but I have started two very different and interesting collections. A letter signed by Abraham Lincoln is worth hundreds of dollars today, so I have been collecting signatures of famous people I know. They should be worth a lot of money someday. My cousin Morty even signed my lunch sack this morning. I'm saving it for my collection. I also like the bright colors and designs found on flags. In my newest collection, I have a Shady Glen City flag, a tiny flag from the state of Wisconsin, and a United States flag. This is a slow start, but soon my collection will be flying high. Vicky had 3 of these. Her collection was still new. Tell me what I'm asking for, and that will be your clue. Go. Chibi!
Flag.
Boy, that was close, too.
It was. I watched it.
Where am I on pictures? I need 1 red, 2 yellow, 2 green.
Make an accusation.
Oh, you want to make an accusation?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Well, let's hear it.
Is this one?
You want to call out Pogo?
Yeah.
Here we go. Is it Pogo? Yes, it is!
Yeah.
Okay, so 1,050. 7,130. 9,130. A good start to your round, Beck. You've got 9,930. Chibi has 2,700. Not too bad. Here's the next one. Nope. August 10th, 1959. Dear Diary, today my pet duck Taffy Duck, huh?
Yep.
Won the first place ribbon at the county fair's fast talking duck contest. I was so proud of Taffy that I had Aunt Harriet take 18 pictures of him. I'd been coaching Taffy all summer so he wouldn't forget his speech. The trick was to get him so excited that he wouldn't stop quacking. But that was easy. Right before it was his turn, I whispered to Taffy that if he performed especially well, he would get an additional treat for dessert that night. An extra bowl of quackers. It worked. Quack, quack, Morty. I'm not even going to say anything. This writing tells the story about that day at the fair. Pick out the best title for it, and then your clue is there. Go.
Oh.
You guys are having a time, huh, Chibi?
Oh,
Taffy's Talking Duck Award?
Yep.
Took me a minute. I'm just like, wait,
I was
what?
focused on quackers.
Those title ones are pretty tricky, huh?
Yeah.
By any chance, Hydro, are you volunteering yourself?
He needs more friends. Oh no, that's sad.
And our traditional jump off the balcony attempt.
I mean, he
Sure,
got
sure
a
enough.
duck.
Is it enough?
No, but
No.
he got a duck.
And a necklace.
Alright, I'll lock it back up. What's that necklace made of?
Oh, it looks like anal beads.
Well, I was going for pearl necklace, but I think that covers it nicely enough.
Well, I mean, they do. I ain't never seen no pink pearls that color.
Blood.
What?
Nothing.
What? What? No. No, 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 no.
Yep. Oh, oh there, motherfucker.
He almost got you. Oh,
Close.
Whoa.
Oh, that wasn't.
He just
close
came.
enough.
No, I got him. He came at me a second time, though. Not that it matters, because we got 2 pictures of it. Oh. All right, let's get another clue before we continue with this.
yeah, because ain't nothing gonna
Change.
Yeah. Shady Glen Memorial Day Parade, Monday, May 31st, 1964, on Main Street from 1st Street to 12th Street. Starts at 10 a.m., sponsored by the Main Street Merchants Association. Tap your toes to the sounds of the Shady Glen School Marching Band. Prance along with Deborah Whitehead as she leads the drill team. Be amazed as Morty Maxwell vanishes from the top of Statue of Liberty float. Main Street stores will reopen Tuesday at noon. The drill team was in fine form, as leader Deborah would tell you. Name her place in the drill team line, and that will be your clue. Go, Chibi.
First.
As any good leader would be positioned. What can we do with this?
nothing.
Couldn't convince anybody, huh?
Not yet.
Okay. Up. Don't touch me, motherfucker.
There, on your tail.
Okay, enough.
Oh my
Enough.
God. Dude.
I'm pretty sure I got an unnecessary triple.
Yes. But that's okay.
Stuff like that is what's going to make me need the extra film.
Another game's just taunting you.
Yeah. A Very Strange Mammal from Australia by Morty Maxwell. My cousin Don once told me that I was a lot like a platypus. You're very strange, he said. You're as odd as a platypus. After I dropped my chewing cum into his milk, I went to the library to find out what Don meant. He was right when he said the platypus is strange. The platypus, which is found mainly in Australia, has a bill like a duck's and a tail like a beaver's. Like the beaver, the platypus makes a long underground tunnel for its home. The platypus is a mammal, but it lays eggs. When the babies hatch, the mother feeds them milk just like all other mammals. There are only a few other mammals in the world that lay eggs. Was somebody trying to say something?
Oh.
Beck.
No. Just, you caught me off guard, but it's fine.
What animal is a platypus like? I only want one word. Think about this mammal's bill. It looks just like this bird's. Go. Chibi.
Duck.
Duck.
I'm surprised you didn't respond with fuck.
I thought I would go there, but it was too easy. Plus, chewing cum was enough credit burned for one day.
I
God.
meant Beck, though.
I was taking a sip of my soda. I couldn't say fuck, but I wanted to say fuck in my soul. I hope you know that.
I do.
Still no clues in Buggy's story. Shady Glen, March 22nd, 1989. Ella Manners reported to the police that she had a strange experience yesterday with a necklace that she just bought at B's jewelry store. I'm going to unlock the toggle lock silently. Mrs. Manners said that the necklace had blue glass beads mixed with brown leaves and ants carved in wood. She added that when she got it home, something very peculiar happened. It was strange, but mostly it was scary, said Mrs. Manners. As I pulled into my garage, I felt something tickling my neck. I tore off the new necklace. When I looked at it carefully, I saw that the ants were all wiggling their legs. I left the necklace on the garage floor and went in the house and called the police. When Detective Maria Austin arrived, she could not find the necklace, but she did find a trail of ants forming a large letter M on the garage floor.
The cops over a necklace?
Mrs. Manners had a big surprise. My magic is such a delight. Name the piece of jewelry used to give her such a fright. Beck.
Necklace.
Yeah.
But she called the cops over a necklace? Like, is it that serious, Miss Ma'am?
I mean, nightmare fuel.
Okay, but what the cops gonna do? Arrest the necklace?
Sure.
Arrest the ants?
I'd like to make a guess.
Oh, would you?
Yes.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you are.
Rolo!
You're guessing Rolo.
Sorry about the noise.
You're right. 600. 6960. 8960.
Hi. You didn't have to get up.
Okay, so the score this round is Chibi 14,360, Beck 10,830. Fair little contest going on this round. And at this running average, we're looking at 3 more games this round, which will probably bring us to the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
So I propose this, since we're here. We can keep this to one night. And if Beck gets this round and it goes 2-2, we play one more game on the next rank for sudden death. Or if it goes to Chibi, it's 3-1 and it ends outright. How's that?
Okay.
The rest of the necklace.
First to 3 wins. In short.
Pretty much for the round. Too late. April 16, 1959. Dear Diary, I saw the first one in the window of the drugstore. The bright colors attracted my attention right away. It was just too high for me to read, so I just looked at the picture and dreamed about lions and tigers and elephants and clowns and cotton candy. 2 days later, I saw another one. It was on the side of a milk truck. Yes, the circus was really coming to Shady Glen, but I had to find out when. I rode my bicycle to the library, and there was another one on the front door. I laughed when I saw that clown's big red rubber nose. It was almost bigger than his face. I asked Miss Morris if she had an extra poster I could put up on my bedroom wall, but she said that was her only one. Maybe I can buy one at the circus. If I can get one for myself, I'll put it right next to my Lassie picture. Signed, Betsy.
Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be Betsy.
Betsy was so excited. She knew her time was near. Name the thing that told her the circus was coming here. Chibi.
Poster.
Very good. Sun-shy boy stops beach trip. Shady Glen School Press, May 17th, 1959. Last week, Mrs. Simpson's class voted to go to Shady Glen Beach. Only one person objected. That was Morty Maxwell. Of course, he didn't want to go to the beach. He wanted the class to go to the amusement park at night. There's too much light at the beach, complained Morty. It's not good for my magic, and going on the rides would be more fun than just sitting in the sand anyway. When everyone in the classroom laughed at him, he put on his sunglasses and became very quiet. During the afternoon recess, the picture of the beach disappeared from the wall behind Mrs. Simpson's desk. In its place, someone had hung a poster of a big moon and stars and a roller coaster. The bottom of the poster said, "Magic and fun happen out of the sun." Under the bed sheets, maybe? The beach is not a place to play, but they did not agree. That's why I hung this on the wall. I had to make them see. Go. Beck.
Poster.
The poster's right. Don't believe I have any pictures yet. No, I don't. Nothing there. Where are you guys?
Huh?
No, them, the bots.
The robots.
Oh, I was like, I'm right here. Like,
Common sense. Common sense, a report by Deborah Whitehead. Pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. We haven't always had them. Each coin we use today has its own unique history. Until our first president was erect, there were no American coins. We used coins from other countries. A United States president was first honored on a coin in 1909 when the penny was made with a picture of Abraham Lincoln on it. George Washington, our first president, did not appear on a coin until 1932, which was the year of his 200th birthday. Most silver coins today contain little or no silver. They are a combination of copper, other metals, and a cheaper material. When metals are mixed together, they form what is called an alloy. The alloys used in coins are much less expensive and much easier to find than real silver. Nickels, dimes, and quarters. We use them every day. Not much used now in making them. That metal's your clue, I'd say. Beck.
Silver?
You're right. Of course,
Listen, as long as I don't totally die with my ass out, then we're fine. And I won't cry.
Okay. So, you know what it's time for, right? Jump off a bridge time. No?
No.
Well, perhaps you can be tempted by an insectoid necklace.
No.
Speaking of Lincoln, there he was. An Animal Report by Teresa Woodside, December 1st, 1959. Nature protects its own in many ways. Some animals are able to stay alive just because of their color. One such animal is the fox. Whether the kind that lives in the cold of the Arctic or one that lives in a forest, the fox's color blends in with its home. The silver fox is light gray, almost white, so it matches its winter surroundings, making it practically invisible. This enables it to sneak up on its prey or hide from its enemies. The red fox is the color of the bark on a redwood tree. It can easily hide in a hole or in a tree trunk while it watches for food. We've all heard these foxy expressions. As quick as a fox, as sly as a fox. Maybe a new one should be as invisible as a fox. By the way, for those of you interested in the educational side of it, there's a section that shows you what the harder words are. Just for those kids that are actually growing up in the right age for it. Anyway, Here's the question. The fox is very clever as it makes its moves so bold. Name the kind of fox that lives in a place where it's so cold. Go. Yes, Chibi.
Silver.
Very good. This time I see it. March 6th, 1961. Dear Becky, here are some bits of information that may help you during Mr. Sheldon's bird class next week. Believe me, I know these are strange facts, but they're true. A hummingbird beats its wings over 80 times per second. Whew, don't they ever get tired? The ostrich is the world's biggest bird, and it lays an egg that's over 7 inches long. That's a lot of scrambled eggs. A mockingbird doesn't have a song of its own. It imitates other bird songs it hears. Do you think it knows Rockin' Robin? In fact, mock is another word for imitate. I hope this helps you, Becky. Mr. Sheldon says we're the 2 smartest kids in science. I wonder if he knows these little tidbits. Love, Bobby. Very interesting tidbit. Hydro says the type of fox that doesn't necessarily mean it's that color. I learned that from following some fox rescue pages.
Oh.
I'm sure I know the song Rockin' Robin, I just don't.
Rockin' Robin.
It is a good.
Okay, it is.
It is a good song, yeah. All right, and the question. Bobby wrote this letter, and Becky read it well. Tell me the main subject here, because that's the clue to tell. Go. Beck.
Strange bird facts.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
Let's see what we have here so far. Well, still.
It'd really be a Hail Mary if someone had to...
Yeah, I feel old and I'm only in my 30s, so don't feel too bad. You know what? What the hell? I mean, technically it's still jump off a bridge, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like anybody wants to.
Pick that bait, bro.
Alright. Let's continue. Come on, bots.
Here we go.
Alright, I missed something somewhere along the way.
Oh?
I'll find it eventually. I probably missed a room or something. In the meantime, I need to find pictures anyway. They're more important than anything else.
Oh.
Yeah, I missed something somewhere. It's not here. Oh. I don't think I needed that.
I don't think you did either.
Okay, I need to avoid red.
Rick just wants his picture taken.
I guess so. I need to avoid green now.
Here it is.
This is it. Okay, this is the famous visitor.
Yep.
Beck, do you need your 5-second read?
Yeah,
Okay, starting now. And the question. Was this person a movie star? We never really knew. Tell what was the object that might give us this clue. Go. Back.
Necklace.
All right. Did somebody hit the buzzer?
No, that was
So.
Okay.
no.
Yeah, it's Sorcerer's Apprentice. So nobody has buzzed in wanting to make an accusation. Oh, Chibi.
No. Oh.
Pogo!
You're going to call for Pogo.
I'm gonna call for Pogo!
With no photographic evidence.
With no photographic evidence.
Yeah, back in the early days of DOS, like the first, well, really throughout the 80s, that's pretty much how they did it, was with the use of classical music. If you look up other games like Floppy Frenzy, I think Burger Time might have as well, I'm not sure. But there's definitely instances of it. So we're calling for Pogo.
Mhm.
It is Pogo.
That
600, 6,080,
fuck.
8,080. Which game was it, Hydro? Oh, Windows 3.1. Oh my god. Oh, those were the days. I remember them so clearly. I love them. There are times I want to go back. You could be thinking of Math Blaster, but I'll take note of that and definitely do some research on it.
Ew.
Because
Gross.
it's a game
No,
that I'm
don't even
very
go.
sure that I have seen before. Because I've seen pretty much all of them at some point in life. But I will look that up, and if nothing else, relay that to Chibi to relay to you. Okay, the score is now Chibi 24,240, Beck 14,430. Yeah, it's looking like it's pretty much 2 out of 3 for this. If Chibi gets this next one, we're going to call an end to it looking at time, because at that point, it'd be pretty tough for a catch-up. So, short story, Beck, you need this one.
I'm not gonna get it, but okay.
Don't give up yet. You've gotten a few. You won the first match, remember?
That shit was easy. This shit hard.
It looks like we may have a double header here. June 24th, 1960. Dear Mom, camp can be boring, but it is more fun than usual this summer. Last night I had a really good time on an overnight hiking trip. After everyone was asleep, I tiptoed outside the tent. Using a small stick as my tool and a flashlight to help me see, I walked very carefully as I quietly went to work. The next morning I awoke to the sound of a loud scream. It was Mr. Evans. Boys, pack it up. We're getting out of here. Bear tracks all over the place. I chuckled, yawned, and rolled over in my sleeping bag. I wasn't in any hurry to get out of there. I knew there hadn't really been a bear around. Love, Morty. Jeez, boy.
He kind of said.
Mr. Evans awoke to find bear tracks all over the place. But the clue for you to mind is the look that was on his face. Go. Chibi.
Afraid.
That's right.
Okay.
And is this a story as well? No, it is not. Another potential double here. But first, jump off a bridge time. Can you be convinced with this? That is prime a temptation as any.
That is.
Nobody, huh? Okay. Well, neither of those is a story. That's fascinating. Oh, hello. July 17th, 1960. Dear Diary, in preparation for the county fair next week, I'm having all my friends in the bridge club taste the pie I'm going to enter. My sister says the recipe comes from one of Morty's experiments, but it doesn't really matter. All I know is it's delicious. I've decided to hold a little contest after my friends have sampled the pie. I want to see if anyone can guess the secret ingredient. I'll give them these clues if they have trouble. It's something that grows on the ground. It can sometimes be poisonous. It's not sweet or sour. It can grow in the forest in the shade of a tree. It's shaped like a tiny umbrella. I'm sure I won't have to give these clues to my friends, Diary, but I will need to have 7 copies of the recipe handy. My friends will be begging for it. Signed, Harriet.
I don't think so.
Well, here we go. I never knew if anyone guessed just what was in that pie. Tell me now the main thing in it, because that's the clue to spy. Go, Beck.
Mushrooms.
I think you made the click exactly as I opened the lock.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was ready.
Pulling out all the stops.
Okay, we have 2 clues and 3 halves. Here we go. I am inclined to agree. Nobody yet?
Mushrooms are good. What's wrong with y'all? What?
You like the shrooms? Do you hit them often?
Not those kinds of shrooms. Like I just like mushrooms. Like having like a mushroom, like a pot pie.
I have to say that I'm against mushrooms, period, even on pizza. We can constrict that to meat. Mystery Objects, a report by Becky Wilson. September 27th, 1962. How easily can you identify an object just by its touch? That was the question raised by Mr. Sheldon in science class last Friday. We had been instructed to bring a secret object to class in a soft cloth bag. We were told to conceal it so that no one could actually see our objects. We would then feel what was in everyone's bag and write down what we thought each object was. I decided my mystery object would be popcorn. That wasn't a very clever choice, really, since most people eat popcorn in the darkness of a movie theater. But Morty Maxwell's mystery object was the most unusual of all. It turned out to be his pet, a small live snake. Mr. Sheldon praised Morty for his originality, but made him stay in the classroom for an hour after school, which was no surprise to the rest of us. Yeah, your thoughts on that, everybody?
I mean, he followed the assignment.
He did.
Yeah. Alright, well, question. Becky chose her object with special care indeed. Tell me what it was, okay? And then your clue is freed. Go. Back.
Or
Popcorn. Nicely done. Yeah, I had that happen the first time. From the Courage of Sarah Noble by Alice Dalglish. Such a strange sound from a nearby tree. Father? An owl, Sarah. He is telling you good night. Another longer, louder sound. A stranger sound, as if someone were in pain. Father? A fox, Sarah. He is no bigger than a dog. He is calling to his mate. Sarah closed her eyes and tried to sleep. Then came a sound that made her open her eyes and sit right up. Father! Yes, Sarah, it is a wolf, but I have my musket and I am awake. Yikes.
Okay.
Dang.
The question. Sarah was in the forest and trying hard to sleep. Tell me how she must have felt, for that's your clue to keep. Go. Chibi.
Afraid.
Yep. But, you know.
Uh-huh.
Where are we at here? Let's get more pictures before we continue. Come on, guys. Where's that big swarm of robots? Hello. Check my numbers. Everybody's still good. Nothing here. Give me a yellow. That'll really make things interesting. You're asking me when the uprising is? To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure I could tell you. I have not planned one in quite some time. Does everybody remember the Sunshine Boy Beach Trip article?
Yes.
You both do? Then we're going to go
Yeah.
straight to the question. I can't do magic in the sun. That's why I like the night. Your clue is what I like to wear because I hate the light. Go. Chibi!
Sunglasses.
That's right.
I
think
like
I have-
make an accusation,
You want to try it?
but yeah.
Oh,
this
you ran off.
picture.
Alright. Well, I'm not going to hold you to that unless you actually buzz in. So, let's take a look. Beck,
Let's
let's
I
go.
was gonna say
You were going to say
Okay,
Electro?
yeah.
Are you gonna stick to that or make some other guess?
Can we go through just one more?
You buzzed in. I can't allow that.
No. I mean, like, go through the pictures.
Again, you buzzed in. I can't allow that.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
You're gonna go
Electro.
with Electro? Okay. I mean, it could be. This would be one hell of a coup if it's right. No.
No.
Well, unfortunately, that happened. And looking at the clock, time dictates that we have to end the session. So, at this point, I think we can safely call it that Chibi has won this contest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What?
Well, I'm good with sticking it to one night for this, and then picking up a different game for next episode, and we'll just keep running them in single episode contests.
Yeah.
If that's good for you
That
guys.
probably works better.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Chibi, for winning the Midnight Rescue Series. Hate that we have to end it on this sad note, but well, hopefully everyone out there enjoyed it. Hydro, thanks for coming in, and I will do some looking on that robot themed math game and get that to you. And with that, next time we will do another Super Solvers thing. We'll figure out when. I'm Alpha.
I'm Chibi.
Not bad.
And this time next week. See y'all later.
Bye.
They-